The China-Taiwan conflict is one of the world's most dangerous flashpoints, rooted in a fierce dispute over sovereignty. Beijing claims Taiwan as an inseparable part of China, while Taiwan is a thriving democracy with its own government and military. Most Taiwanese reject Beijing's rule and want to maintain their de facto independence. China ramps up military and diplomatic pressure while the world watches, aware that any escalation could have global consequences. China's military, the People's Liberation Army, is a constant presence around Taiwan, using intimidation as a political tool. Near-daily incursions by Chinese jets and warships are part of grey zone warfare, designed to exhaust Taiwan's defences and normalize China's presence. Propaganda campaigns showcase the PLA's strength, stirring nationalism at home and sending a warning to Taiwan and the world. China's military also challenges its neighbours, operating near disputed territories to assert dominance and reshape the Indo-Pacific order. This aggressive posturing is central to Beijing's plan to become Asia's preeminent power. Yet, the PLA's relentless displays also reveal insecurity. Massive investments and constant shows of force mask internal challenges like corruption and questions about troop loyalty. While China's military is growing, its unpredictability makes the situation volatile. The region faces instability as Beijing pushes boundaries, seeking to make its dominance seem inevitable. For Taiwan and its allies, this means constant vigilance and preparation. The stakes for regional stability have never been higher. Taiwan is building a whole-of-society defense, focusing on psychological resilience and public preparedness. Popular media and public campaigns prepare citizens for crisis, fostering a sense of shared responsibility. Civilian defense workshops teach first aid, emergency communications, and survival skills, empowering ordinary people to contribute to national defense. The government is reforming its military reserves, aiming for a credible, well-trained backup force ready to defend communities and infrastructure. This total defense concept sends a clear message. Any invasion will face resistance from the entire population, not just the military. Unity and national identity are Taiwan's greatest assets, creating a powerful deterrent. Civilian resolve is central to Taiwan's survival strategy. Taiwan's porcupine strategy aims to make invasion too costly for China. Instead of matching China's military, Taiwan invests in sea mines, mobile anti-tank and anti-air missiles, and fast-attack missile boats. Small, mobile, and lethal weapons can ambush invaders and inflict disproportionate damage. Unmanned systems, drones and underwater vehicles, add surveillance and strike capabilities at low cost. This asymmetric approach leverages Taiwan's terrain and defensive advantages, creating a multi-layered fortress. The goal: survive the initial assault and turn any invasion into a drawn-out, bloody conflict. By maximizing its strengths, Taiwan raises the price of conquest beyond what Beijing may be willing to pay. The porcupine strategy is a pragmatic response to overwhelming odds. While asymmetric defense is key, Taiwan hasn't abandoned traditional military power. Advanced fighter jets, tanks, and submarines remain vital for air superiority and countering landings. These visible platforms deter aggression and uphold sovereignty in daily operations. There's debate over the right balance. Some argue for more mobile missiles and drones. Others stress the need for conventional forces to control territory. Taiwan's hybrid approach combines old and new, aiming for a resilient, adaptable defense. Conventional forces delay and deter attacks. Asymmetric capabilities make invasion a nightmare. The challenge is finding the optimal mix to pose a credible threat across all scenarios. Taiwan's defense planners must constantly adapt to evolving threats. The goal: a multi-layered shield that can withstand any assault. Despite rapid modernization, many experts believe the PLA isn't ready for a full-scale Taiwan invasion. Corruption and lack of combat experience undermine its effectiveness, with unreliable equipment and untested leadership. Modern amphibious assaults require complex coordination the PLA has never demonstrated in real combat. Surveys show consensus. China's capabilities are growing, but major gaps remain, especially if the US intervenes. The logistical challenge of moving and supplying hundreds of thousands of troops across the strait is immense. For now, the risk of a successful invasion is lower than Beijing's rhetoric suggests. Until the PLA overcomes these weaknesses, a direct assault remains a high-stakes gamble. Invading Taiwan would be one of history's toughest military operations. The Taiwan Strait's rough seas and limited landing beaches create natural defences. Taiwan's rugged mountains and urban terrain favour defenders, making advances slow and costly. The island's military has spent decades preparing for this scenario, turning geography into a weapon. Taiwan's porcupine defence aims to hit invaders hard at sea with mines and missiles, breaking the assault before it lands. Even if a beachhead is established, supply lines would be vulnerable and troops could be isolated. Amphibious assaults require flawless joint operations, something the PLA has yet to master. Most analysts agree. The complexity and risk make a successful invasion unlikely with current Chinese capabilities. Geography and defense strategy combine to make Taiwan a formidable challenge. If invasion is too risky, China might try a blockade or missile bombardment to force Taiwan's surrender. A blockade would cut Taiwan off from trade, while missile strikes could cripple infrastructure and morale. But these moves carry huge risks. Blockades are acts of war, likely drawing in the US and allies. The economic fallout would be global, halting semiconductor production and disrupting supply chains worldwide. Sanctions and international backlash could devastate China's economy and reputation. There's no guarantee Taiwan would capitulate. Such aggression could strengthen its resolve. These options are gambles with unpredictable, potentially catastrophic consequences. Beijing must weigh the costs carefully before escalating. The US is central to deterring a Chinese attack, maintaining strategic ambiguity to keep Beijing guessing. This policy, along with arms sales and high-level visits, signals strong support for Taiwan without provoking outright conflict. US backing is a critical lifeline, reinforcing Taiwan's deterrence. Taiwan's silicon shield, its dominance in advanced semiconductor manufacturing, adds another layer of protection. Disrupting chip production would cripple the global economy, giving the world a powerful incentive to prevent war. Taiwan's defense is multifaceted: military readiness, civilian resolve, US support, and economic indispensability. The threat from China is real, but Taiwan is far from helpless. Through smart strategy and international partnerships, it works to secure its future. The world's stake in Taiwan's security is higher than ever. The island's fate will shape the global order for years to come.